Action on the Link starts today at the Barclays in Paramus, New Jersey, with the beginning of the Pro-Am tournament. But the festivities got underway Tuesday with practice rounds and ceremonies honoring the military and their families. And at the center of it all, golf great lefty Phil Mickelson and his Birdies for the Brave charity. We sat down with Mickelson just off the 18th fairway. What an incredible event today. Military Appreciation Day here.
It's really flattering and cool that we have a chance to honor our military. All citizens, I feel, have the obligation to do something for this country, and making the lives of the men and women more enjoyable when they return, making their quality of life better, making sure they know they're loved and appreciated. That's the greatest thing that we can do as citizens.
Oh my God, I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Part of that appreciation for the men and women in uniform was a shower for 40 military moms and moms-to-be, which I had the honor of hosting Tuesday.
Yes, bird cloth.
It was thrown by the nonprofit organization Operation Shower in partnership with Barclays and Birdies for the Brave.
There you go.
A military outreach program Mickelson started in 2006 with his wife, Amy. Do you think people understand the burden that's fallen on our military families?
It's very difficult to understand being a single parent, even though you have a spouse. When your husband or wife is gone for 6 or 8 months on each deployment, and you're going through a pregnancy and the emotions, hopefully you have family to support you, but many times without your spouse, that's very difficult.
Family has always been front and center in Mickelson's life. It was his father, Phil Sr., a former Air Force fighter pilot, who taught his son to love golf. And during the 1999 U.S. Open, when Amy was pregnant with their first child, he famously wore a pager, ready to drop everything if she went into labor.
Didn't appear to be a very good lie.
The couple have suffered through health scares. Mickelson battles psoriatic arthritis, and in 2009, Amy was diagnosed with breast cancer. Your family is so important to you. How's Amy doing, who I know joins you in this charity project?
Norah, Amy just had her 5th year cancer-free celebration July 1st, and we're so excited. That's a huge milestone, and things have been going really well, really well. So we've been fortunate. You know, we had a tough time there for a few years, but we've been very fortunate to be in a much better place now.
What's your focus now in terms of golf?
I realized the last few years how much I love the game of golf.
You didn't know that before?
Well, I think that you take things for granted, but when it gets taken away, you realize how much you enjoy it. And what I found is that when I was dealing with my own diagnosis of psoriatic arthritis, or when Amy and I were going through her battle, I found myself going out and playing a couple of holes, and it was very therapeutic for me to kind of gather my thoughts and figure out some solutions to some problems and what have you. I feel like these next 5 years, I'm physically in as good a shape as I've ever been. I want to make the next 5 years the best 5 years of my career.
Is it winning a U.S. Open or another Masters?
That's absolutely part of it. That final piece of the career Grand Slam would be a huge thing for me. All the players that have won all 4 majors have proven themselves to be complete players. And that's the greatest honor, I think, in the history of the game, to win all 4 major championships. I'm 1 leg shy.
Mickelson has come in second 6 times in the U.S. Open, including in 2002 when he lost to Tiger Woods. A lot of us who watch golf have always watched this intense rivalry with you and Tiger Woods, but that's been kind of missing this year. Miss that?
We both have had an off year. He's been injured. I had some struggles early on. It's been the worst year of my career, and it happens.
But is it painful to see the injuries that he's had?
It was painful for me to watch at the PGA Championship. I didn't see him struggling with the injury per se. I saw him struggling with his game, and I think it was due to the fact he couldn't work on his game because of injury. I think he needs these next 4 months to get healthy and get his game sharp, and I think next year he's going to have a great year. I'm trying to do the same, and hopefully we'll get that rivalry back next year.
Do you have any advice for another left-hander, the commander-in-chief? He's been working on his golf game.
You know, I love the fact that our president is not only a golfer, but a left-handed golfer. It's awesome. And we had a chance to go to the White House about a month ago as the President's Cup team, and we spent a minute talking about some of his bunker play, because that's been giving him a problem. And it was a very simple alignment issue. And I actually heard that the following week he played around and hit a great bunker shot and attributed it to our little tip, which I'm very flattered that I was able to help.
So Phil Mickelson is giving advice to the President of the United States, another lefty.
Only in golf. Only in golf.
It was good to finally meet Phil Mickelson in person and see, too, what a lot of these golfers, too, above and what they do on the greens is what they do for the military and military families. So big shout out to all the moms who came out for a shower. I think their husbands are deployed overseas, and so they wanted to focus on them, too.
Been on Team Phil for a long time.
Yes.
What a great guy.